Hey, lovely sexy gaming people. I may have splurged a little bit, but hey, it gives me an excuse to do an unboxing video. Anyhow, right, so yeah, Reaper Bones, Sophie's Revenge, heroic scale pirate ship. I've wanted one since I saw that they were done on a Kickstarter. And I managed to see one on eBay for a very reasonable price, and I actually got it at the starting bid because nobody else came in on the auction. I've been watching it for about a month, and each time, because it had not really coincided with a time when I could afford to get it, every time that it went up and finished the auction, I was on tenterhooks waiting for somebody else to get it, but nobody did. And eventually on Sunday just gone, Sunday the 1st of October 2023, I managed to blag myself a copy. So let's get into this, shall we? Grab a trusty scalpel. Probably saw my dirty kitchen. Yeah. Right, so let's flip it over. Let's have a look at the box sides. So you just got this on one side. On the other side, you've got some pictures here, like so. It's just a blue box with a grid pattern. Now I'm assuming that looking at this, if you were so inclined, you could open this box out and unfold it and use it as the gaming the grid pattern as the gaming board. Okay, wow. I'm more excited about this than I should be. Okay, right, so what have we got? So we've got a couple of folded bits of cardboard protecting masts. So the masts, okay, let's just get that out of the way. And we'll do that. Right, so the masts feel like they are solid plastic, which is nice. So they'll be easy for gluing. And the masts themselves have a base which is magnetisable. It's not magnetisable, it's pre-magnetised, so that they go on. So let's take that, put that side. Well, it is really well packaged for support here. So there's your first sort of like section. It is a polyvinyl kit, so you really are going to have to think about how you paint this and what primer you use. We've got the more tops of masts. They feel like they're polyvinyl. So, and we've got the ship's wheel. Oh, and then we have some of the cannons. Is that all of the cannons? I think we're supposed to have 20 cannons. So we've got those. The anchor. I think these are for the back of the ship. Oh, the figurehead, Sophie's figurehead. That looks brilliant. I'll have to open that up. Now these are mast toppers, so you can put your RPG miniatures on there. And then these are the doors for the cannon ports. Right, looks like we're going to have to lift out this bit. Oh. Right, here we go. Right. So there's a bit, and then there's this bottom bit here. Yeah, and it does look like you can just unfold this doesn't feel like it's glued down, so you can unfold this and use it because of the check pattern on it. There's nothing in there. Unfold it and use it. Right, so come back in a sec. I'm going to get the tripod out so that we can hopefully look at this in a more sensible manner. See you in a sec. Okay, so we're back now. So Sophie's Revenge is a hard plastic and polyvinyl construction. So we've got a lot of polyvinyl. I say polyvinyl because it's like flexible, and for those that used to collect like Airfix tanks and stuff as a kid, it's very similar material to that. So we have that. Now you can do 3 sections. So you've got this aft section as part of the captain's cabin, and by the looks of it you could quite easily so the captain's cabin could come up to here, and then you could have like maybe something, a gangway with 2 smaller cabins at the side there. We've got some really great detail on the decking, and if I just get a mini, so I don't know if I'll just bring this in, and if you can see the decking, that the way that these have been done, it kind of gives you a 1-inch distancing. So if I pop the mini down, okay, you can kind of make out, if I pop it there, you can kind of make out that from there to there looks like it's 1 inch. So it's not a very clear 1 inch by 1 inch grid, but it should allow you, so if you want to move across the ship at a normal pace for a human, for example, in Dungeons and Dragons, you just count your usual, 6 for your 30 feet. Okay, so you go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and even these, the grating on top of the cargo hold is a 1 inch by 1 inch, so that makes that nice and easy. So I think that's really well thought out. Let's put A1 aside, and then when you lift it up, this is what's underneath. So you can see, like example here, where they've put the magnets in for the masts, and then obviously we've got a lower hold. Yeah. Now again, if you wanted to, you could partition these so that you could make some cabins, because we've still got this here, which you could then, if you wanted to cut out, if you wanted to do the form of the lower hull below the waterline, then you could just make a flat piece, which is what I'm intending to do. And what I intend to do is just put that on a bit of foam board, mark round it, cut it out, and then I'm just going to put this wood planking pattern on the foam board, and then that can be the lowest, like the cargo hold proper. So that's what I'm going to do, which will then give me approximately 1, 2, and then obviously this upper 3. So the upper bit there would be 3 decks. So 1, 2, 3, well 4, sorry, and 4. And that's how I'm going to do it, I think, so that we can use the lower cargo hold then as playable. And all you do is, if somebody turns around and says, I want to go and see what's in the cargo hold, you then just put the template down that you've cut out of the shape of the lower hold. And as I say, I'm just going to use this self-adhesive doll's house paper, and I'm just going to use that to do the decking on that particular section. So let's put that back down. Let's push Sophie's Revenge. So, as I said, you've got the masts. There's 3 masts. I'm only going to open one because although they vary in size, they're very similar. So, here we go. So, the masts, in theory, you're only going to get these round one way when you glue them together. So, I'm glad that these are hard plastic, because it means that when these are glued together, I can just use a plastic weld or a plastic cement. And oh, there's a little bit of tilt in there, so that'll give your mask a little bit of character. That's nice. And that will obviously allow you to glue these and clamp them up nicely. And if you get a nice little weld seam on the glue, then hopefully you'll be able to eliminate the join seam. But that's kind of like the basic thing of the mast there. What it looks like. This is the mast base, and as I said, they go on, and then there's one at the front, and there's also this foremast, which goes on the front of the ship. So this goes on the front, and again it's in 2 pieces, and you've got this piece which then goes into it or onto it, and then this will go at the front there and stick out. So I'm going to see if I can magnetise that. I've got some pretty big magnets that will hopefully sit in there and magnetise that nicely. Now, something I have seen, which I'm kind of hoping will bear fruit for me, is I have seen other videos where they take the, and these are all, okay, so these are all sized differently, so that's good. I couldn't see any destructions for this, by the way. Couldn't see any destructions, but in theory you can pop that on. I don't know which way round it goes, whether it goes that way or that way. So you can glue this onto the base of your mast and then just stick it on there, so that during gameplay, if you wanted, you could literally just have the mast to represent where the masts are, but not have the masts up, so that hopefully people aren't knocking them off and stuff like that. And you know, you can literally then just do that, and so take it off, pop it on, and obviously you've got the marker there then for the mast itself. These are the lookouts for the top of the masts, so they will go on top there, like so. And then we have some other bits and pieces, like these parts. So let's just have a look. Now again, these are sized. There's 3 different sizes. Yeah, that's slightly smaller, and then smaller again. Okay, so you've got 3 different sizes. This one looks like the mid-mast maybe. Let's just take that off. Okay, and And then you've got these as well, which sit in, and obviously they're the support for the crow's nest lookout sort of thing. And they, obviously it all gets pushed down onto there. And then, as I say, you would then just stick that on, like so. So that's those bits. We've then got the porthole covers. So we've got plenty of these. Oh, they're all hard plastic as well. So that's nice. Nice hard plastic. Now these go on this way round. So you've got the rope here is on the outside. And then they will literally go into these, and that's how they work. Okay, so plenty of those. That's nice. I like the fact that they're hard plastic. Anchor. Let's have a look at the anchor. Is the anchor hard plastic? No, the anchor is polyvinyl. It is keyed so that it should only go one way, like thus. So that's how the anchor goes. And then this will drop into the top there. So whatever your favourite glue is for bonding this type of plastic together is obviously what you're going to use. So there's your anchor. That might need just a slight straightening with some boiling water and ice cold water. What next? Shall we have a look at the ship's wheel? Oh, and we got the bits that go on the side as well. So we only got 3 of those though. Oh no, they go in front of the masts. So there's 3 of those, and they go in front of the masts. So if you look in front of the masts, don't know if you can see, but there are some little square holes, and these locate in those holes. If I can get one off the sprue, there you go. So these will locate in those holes like that, and then they sit in front of the mast like so. Okay, so there's that. The ship's wheel looks really good. So we got the stand with the rope detail coming down each side so it moves the rudder. The ship's wheel looks really nicely done. There's not a lot of flash on these, and then there's the base stands, the legs for the ship's wheel. So there's not a lot of flash at all on this. Let's have a look at the cannon. I think the cannon are all polyvinyl. It would have been nice if they'd have been a hard plastic. So you get plenty, and they just push together like so. So that's, again, that's a fair old size. If I just pop that down there, pop a figure beside it, that's kind of like the size comparison. So let's put these aside, and then I think these go on the rear, by the rear of the captain's cabin. So I think these are the corner lamps, and these go on here, I think. either there, maybe there, or down there. I don't know. I have to look at the photographs on the side of the box, which I think is about all the instruction detail you're going to get. Like I say, there's no instructions included with this. Oh, sorry about that. That was the postie again. Right, where did I put my sketch notice? Right, and this is Sophie, the figurehead. And again, this feels like it's polyvinyl. It's not the ideal thing that I'd want. I would have preferred, again, I would have preferred a hard plastic. So okay, she goes together like so, and then she has these two guns, which push in. So there's one, the other one's here, and then one there. Okay, so she will look like that. That's your figurehead. So I think she looks fantastic. She's got obviously a pirate head covering there, and I'm gonna have to try and find some photographs of different figureheads on sailing ships and just come up with some colour scheme that's going to be sympathetic, I think, for the supposed period that this is obviously set in. But on this figurehead, I don't know if you can see, but you can see there's lines suggestive of that it's obviously been carved out of wood. But yeah, that's the detail. She looks, Sophie's Revenge looks really good. Loving it. I'm so glad I've picked one up. It's going to be a right old project. I think the first thing though is going to be look at the model, see which needs manipulation so that it sits properly together, because they are polyvinyl, and as you can see, she's not marrying up everywhere that she needs to, which is kind of making it a little bit awkward to get her to sit nicely on the deck. I know some people have magnetised it. I may look at that, but we'll wait and see. Anyway, I shall speak to you later. Alright, take care. Bye bye.